Children, how are you all? Welcome to EVS class. In the previous class, we are discussing about the lesson 4, the lifestyles of animals, biodiversity. Yes, children, have you all studied the textbook? Yes. So everyone should read the textbook and underline the hard words. So in the previous class, we have studied about elephants, we have studied about biodiversity, and we have also studied about predator and prey relationship. Yes, children? So let us continue the topic. Today we are going to discuss about birds. Okay? Now, see here, we have learned about the lives of some animals. But where do birds live? What do they do? What do you know about them? Do birds also live in groups? Did you ever see a flock of birds flying in the sky? What is a flock, children? Group. So a large group of birds flying in the sky. Now, which season do they fly in? Look at the pictures in the next page. So children, we have studied that some animals live in groups and some live alone. Right, children? Now see here also, some birds live in groups and few live alone. Okay? Now see here, have you observed this picture? Yes, a flock of birds, a group of birds, they are flying. So why they'll fly in groups, children? Yes, do you know that? Yes, all the groups will fly in the sky because in search of food and also in protecting themselves. Okay, so they protect themselves by flying in groups. Okay, did you notice any particular pattern in their flight? Yes, children, while they're flying, have you seen any particular patterns? Yes, some will fly in the form of V shape or J shape or in groups. Okay, let us see some pictures of that. See, children, some birds are moving in the form of V shape. Why they are moving so? Why they are having that kind of flight? Because in order to resist the air. So in order to resist the air, so they'll fly in the form of V shape. Okay? Yes. Now see here V shape formation, J shape formation, inverted V shape formation, inverted J shape formation. Have you seen all those things? Yeah. Yes, these are some of the patterns. These are some of the patterns where the birds fly. Okay. Now see here, children. What do you feel when you see a flock of birds in the sky? How do you feel, children? Yes, we feel happy. Now see here, you know that the crows live in flocks. Yes, children, have you ever seen crows? Yes. Have you ever seen crows? Yeah, they'll be living in the groups, that is flocks. Now see here, if crow dies, what do the other crows do, children? Have you ever seen that? So here are some of the facts of some birds. Okay, here, these crows generally they will fly in flocks in order to search of food, shelter, and also for protecting themselves from predators. Okay, if one crow dies, all the crows will come to see the crow and they will carry the crow and they'll keep in a safe place. Yes, children. Now, do you know these crows are called as scavengers because it will eat all the waste insects. Yes. Now, see here. Do you know column is there? Make a bird with a rough paper and fly it. So if you have any rough paper, open it and just do this activity and fly the bird. Okay? Birds and animals live in groups. In a group, they remain protected from enemies. Young ones observe the adults and learn hunting, escaping from the enemies, searching for food, and locating water sources, etc. Yes, children. So these are the main important observations we have seen in birds and animals. Why they live in groups? Why they live in groups? Both birds and animals to protect themselves from enemies. And second thing, these young ones observe adults and learn hunting. So they'll learn how to hunt. Third thing, escaping from the enemies. How they'll escape from the enemies. And next thing, searching for food and locating water sources. So because of these reasons, the birds and animals lives in groups. See this birds, children, flock of birds. Now see children, why do birds migrate? That is migrating means moving from one place to the another place. Why they'll move children? Yes, now see here in winter when it is very cold in Siberia, the Siberian cranes fly to India. See children, these birds can fly from many miles, many kilometers they will fly because of their climatic conditions. Okay. Now they go back when it is warm in Siberia. So whenever it is cold, it is visiting India, and whenever it becomes warm in Siberia, then they will go back. The longest distance migration is done by Arctic terns. See, they'll move for longest distance. Okay. Now see here, from Siberia to India, they are traveling due to climatic conditions. See here, Siberian crane. Have you ever seen the Siberian crane? Yes. Now see here, Arctic terns. Now see this European turtle dove. Yes, they will be migrating from longest distances due to the climatic conditions to protect themselves and also to in search of food. Okay, children, this one you have to remember. These birds we will call it as migrating birds. Migrating is nothing but moving from one place to another place. So we'll call such kind of birds as migratory birds. So in summer season, have you ever seen in the sky different groups, that is different flocks of birds are flying from one place to another place? So just observe the sky in the evenings. You can see different kinds of birds migrating from different distances. Okay. Now let us see the next thing, that is about birds also fly in flocks in search of food. Even from great heights, they can spot crops and spot and stop to feed. Okay, children, now see here, birds also fly in flocks in search of food. Even from great heights, they can spot crops. So mainly they will depend upon crops and stop to feed. And whenever they find the crops, they'll stop there and slowly they will feed. Now they have the capacity to travel thousands of kilometers in search of food and shelter. Mainly why they'll move children? Yes, in order to have a food and also shelter. Now agricultural fields and gardens are the main source of food. Okay, children? Mainly they will feed on agricultural fields and gardens. Some birds eat insects, fish, and other small living organisms in water. Have you ever seen the birds catching the fish? Yes. Some birds eat insects also. Have you ever seen that? Yes. Now see these things, that for this they go to nearby lakes, ponds, canals, rivers, reservoirs, etc. Yes, children. In search of fishes, they'll be going nearby lakes, ponds, canals, and rivers, and also reservoirs. Okay. So will they go alone? No, they'll go in groups. They'll go in groups and they'll feed on these things. Okay, children, have you all understood about why these birds fly in flocks? Yes, in search of food and also to protect themselves from enemies. What are the sources of food, children? Yes, mainly agricultural fields and gardens. Some insects also eats what, children? Insects, fish, and also small living organisms in water. Yes, children, these are the reasons why the birds go in flocks. Now, see here, do you know column? Have you observed this picture? Who is he? Yes, he is Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, the former president of India. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam used to observe the flying birds at the sea coast every day. Do you know this fact, children? Yes, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam used to observe the flying birds at the sea coast every day. Yes, children, he used to watch these flying birds every day near the sea coast. Now he used to wonder how they could fly. This observation helped him a lot in his future researches and experiments on rockets. Yes, children. So you have to observe the birds so that you can also wonder how they are flying, how they are forming the patterns. So all these made him helped in his future researches and experiments on rockets. Now, observing, acquiring knowledge, setting goals, and working hard towards the goal made him a great man. Yes, children. So, all these qualities we have to learn from him. That is observing. Observation is very, very important, children. You have to observe the things, then only you can acquire some knowledge and you can set the goals, and for that goals you have to work hard towards the goal. Made him a great man. This also makes us a great human being. Okay, children? So we have to learn something from our great Dr. Abdul Kalam ji. Okay? So observation is very important. Acquiring knowledge. Observing some knowledge is very important, and you have to set goals in your life so that you can become a great person in the life. Okay, children? Now we can know many new things by observing the birds and animals around us. See, children, building a nest, is it an easy thing? It is a very difficult task, but a small bird is doing with the help of its beak. So isn't it a great thing? Yes, it is a great thing and wonderful thing, and it is doing its hard work to build its shelter. Yes, children. So we have to learn different qualities from animals and birds also. Now, just see the topic, that is our next topic, birds, their nest. Okay, children, first everyone see this video. Later on, we will discuss about this topic. Okay, everyone observe this video carefully. Yes, children, have you observed that video? Yes, these are the different kinds of birds and their nests. In the next topic, we will discuss briefly about birds and their nest. Okay, children? Till then, you have to read the textbook and underline the hard words. In the next class, we can discuss about the birds and their nest. Okay, children, take care. Thank you.